heard about this, but it was a story in USA Today a while back about a guy who called himself the Secret Santa. And for several years, he would walk around the streets at Christmas time giving away $100 bills. Nothing required, nothing expected back. He just handed them out. Sometimes he gave to people who were in need. Other times he just gave. But every year he gave around $25,000 away at Christmas time in $100 bills. Someone asked him once, "Why do you do this?" And he told the following story. In late winter of 1971, he worked as a salesman. And when his company went broke, he went broke too. He slept in his car. He lost everything. He was sleeping in his car. He'd gone 2 days without eating. And so he went into a diner called the Dixie Diner. He ordered and ate a big breakfast and then pretended like he'd lost his wallet. The cook and the owner of the diner, Tom Horn, noticed what was going on. And so he came over to the stool where this guy was sitting and picked up a $20 bill from the ground and said, "Hey, son, I think you dropped this." Put it on the counter on him so he could pay for his breakfast and not lose face. As he drove away, Secret Santa said, "Thank you, Lord, for that man. And I promise if I ever have money, I will do the same." Guess what? He got money. In 1999, now Santa, a very successful businessman, looked up Tom Horn, who was now 85 years old. And he went and knocked on his door and said, "Hey, you don't remember this, but there was a day I was sitting in your diner and I couldn't pay for my breakfast and you dropped a $20 bill down." And kind of looked at him and smiled. Said, how much do you think that $20 would be worth today? And he's like, "Oh, wow, $10,000, who knows?" He goes, "That's what I was thinking." Handed him an envelope with $10,000. He says, "I'm not taking this." He goes, "Oh, yes, you are." Refused to take it back. As the story goes, he used the $10,000 to care for his wife who was struggling with Alzheimer's. Kind of cool how it came back around for him. And then he just set out year after year giving $100 bills away. A few years ago, Secret Santa's identity was revealed. His name was Larry Stewart. He was from Kansas City. Larry revealed his identity because after giving away $1.3 million in $100 bills, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and he wanted people to carry on the legacy of generosity. And he said, and I quote, "I gave because it's the most fun you can possibly have with money, and you'll never know that unless you try." Giving is better than getting. You just won't hear anyone in our culture telling you this.